In March, more than 24 bus, streetcar, and subway routes saw service cuts, meaning longer waits for certain riders. If you rely on the Red Rocket, well, there could be some bad news coming your way in May. As the TTC continues to recover from the pandemic and deal with budget shortfalls, another round of service reductions and changes is on the way next month. CityNews has confirmed the most noticeable one will be on Line 1. The TTC shared a graph showing changes at all times of day, particularly on weekends when frequency between trains could increase by 3 or 4 minutes.
When I ride the subway, it's crowded. Often I spend equal amounts of time waiting for the train and the bus than I do actually sitting on the train or the bus.
Susanna Hermans is a York University student who rides the TTC. News of more changes to service after the cuts in March has her concerned.
It's been a substantial change. I noticed that I could be waiting double the time for a bus or a train. Sometimes the times aren't accurate, so I don't know how long I'll be waiting for a bus or a train.
She's also part of the advocacy group TTC Riders. The organization filed a Freedom of Information request to try to learn what's coming in May. They got back an early draft by TTC staff suggesting 14 more routes could be affected, including 2 streetcar lines. Although it hasn't been confirmed, there are fears it will mean
people will be late to work, late to school, less time with family.
TTC Rider spokesperson Sheila Pizy-Allen said losing even a few minutes here and there has ripple effects.
The TTC doesn't come like clockwork, so you could actually, number one, be waiting longer than what the schedule says, but number two, you could miss your connecting bus and be waiting another 15, 30 minutes because of the other cuts that have happened across the system. So this really adds up.
Those cuts in March she referenced saw less frequent service on lines 2 and 4 and service reductions on 30 routes. Scarborough was among the communities harder hit. But despite all that, other routes saw service boosts. City News asked TTC staff for an on-camera interview to talk about what riders will see in May. A spokesperson wasn't available, and we didn't get a clear answer on where else we'll see cuts. But in a statement, they said a similar rejigging will happen again at a smaller scale. Adding certain employment areas and overnight services will see a boost. The spokesperson said changes match capacity with demand. They added TTC staff will be monitoring routes and dispatch extra service if overcrowding is seen. Meanwhile, back outside Spadina Station, hopes the mayoral race will bring on commitments to fix transit.
The TTC is already unreliable, so it's the wrong time to be making deeper cuts. We need to invest more in the TTC to reverse cuts, add service, make it more reliable, more affordable to win back riders. If we don't, we won't meet our climate goals. There's no room on the roads for more people to be taking vehicles.
For more on the routes that could be impacted and where improvements are set to be coming, head to citynews.ca. In Toronto, Nick Westoll, City News.